Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. It might not be morning where you're at, but it's currently morning for me. We're going to cook breakfast today. So actually today is my community yard sale, and my dad and my brother are coming over. They're bringing a bunch of stuff we're going to try to send on down the road. And I'm going to make a nice big, easy, simple egg scramble. And I'll bring you guys with me. We're going to start out by using our own potatoes. I'm going to show you how to de-starch them. Pretty neat if you want to do that on your own. Alternatively, get frozen. That's fine. But first, I got an announcement for you. This coming Saturday, I'm releasing a new series called The Crusader Kitchen, which is neighbor off-site in my camper, which is called The Crusader, in case you didn't figure that out. So, please, if you don't mind, subscribe. Catch me on Saturday at 10 a.m. And, well, let's get cooking.
Alright, so let's start out by shredding our potatoes. I've got my box grater here. These are 2 russet potatoes. They are washed, and I left the skin on because that's where all the good stuff is. If we're gonna party later, don't you want a little bit of fiber? I do. So go ahead and do this and just be conscientious of your knuckles. You don't want to, well, that's not an ingredient. So just keep your knuckles out of there. So go ahead and get these all nice and shredded like so. I don't know if you can see or not, but these little chunkies that I'm separating here, it's just not worth cutting yourself. So set those aside. Be safe, keep yourself whole, and you can see that I am placing these in some ice water. So this is a process known as de-starching, and what the ice water, you don't have to use ice water. Cool water will work much the same way, but what that does is it extracts all the starches. So now you may ask, well, why do I do this? Well, if you've ever thought, I'm gonna make my own hash browns, and then they come out not being crunchy like when you go to the Bob Evans or if you get frozen hash browns, it's because the starches keep it from getting crunchy. See here? See how the water's changing color? That's all the junk in there that keeps it all, well, whatever the opposite of crunchy is. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. You can do this for up to like 2 hours. I'm going to do it twice because I'm on a time crunch here. So this time I didn't use ice water. I just used cool water right out of the tap. Going to go ahead and stir it up. Let it release a few more starches. And then go ahead and dump round 2. And now you're going to want to go ahead and get yourself a clean rag or hand towel. And you're going to put your potatoes in it. And you're going to wring them out. Right like so. Get all those waters out. You can, it's okay. Since they're raw, you can really crank on this. Yep. See? Just like that. Go ahead and dump out your starchy water. And I'm going to get a bowl because we're going to be cooking this in the garage. And we're going to get all of our ingredients set aside. So voila. Your potatoes have been shredded and de-starched. Now we're going to dice a sweet yellow onion. And just how I usually do. Cut down the middle from pole to pole. Going to go ahead and remove the skin. What you don't see is I brought my trash can right over there to me. Always trying to keep a clean work area. Yep. And then we're going to cut down to the face in nice little slices like that. And then I just kind of go and cut my slices in a fan-like pattern. Always making sure to be careful on that last one. It's a little sketchy, but sometimes you just got to take the risk. Right there. Got to be careful on that last one. So go ahead and I'm going to get another bowl. And I'm going to go ahead and put our diced onions in the bowl. There you go. shoveling it in again with a knife. Goofy. It'll be alright though. So there's that. And then let's go ahead and get some eggs scrambled. I'm going to use 10 eggs. There's 1 and 2, number 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and finally number 10. Go ahead and I'm going to put some table salt in and a little bit of finely ground restaurant grade black pepper. That's what the label says. I didn't steal it from a restaurant. And we're going to go ahead and beat the eggs. You got to make sure that you're hitting the bottom. If you're not hitting the bottom, you're not properly scrambling your eggs. So go ahead and get that mixed up. And if you're doing this in advance, make sure to go put those things in the fridge. Now let's go ahead and get the Blackstone fired up. So that side burner, I need to replace the sparker on it. So we got to light that up with the external auxiliary lighter device. I'm going to put my cast iron skillet on medium heat and my griddle to about medium high heat, and I put on the griddle a big old glob of bacon grease. If you don't save your bacon grease, you should be. It's awesome. But if you don't want to, or you want to start out by doing this before you do that, just use oil or butter. Whatever your favorite is. So it's at this point, you might be thinking, it might be nice if you, I don't know, like leveled your Blackstone. Well, I did, left to right, and I kind of like to leave my grade towards the front because that allows me to control how much grease I leave into it. So if I want to dispose of some, I just make a little channel and push it to the back. You don't have to do this. That's a me thing. Maybe you should try it and it'll become a you thing. I don't know. So anyway, so potatoes are on, salt and pepper to taste. I don't know, what was that? 3 pinches of my 2-to-1. I'm gonna go ahead and get it all mixed up, get the seasoning evenly distributed. And you can see the country sausage is over there starting to brown. I'm gonna get it all chopped up here. Look at that, starting to get some nice color on it. Yep, right like so. Gonna go ahead and put in our onions with the sausage, and let me tell you, this is a match made in heaven. The sausage seasons the onions season the sausage. They both cook together. It's so flavorful. It's just, what a dynamic duo. You gotta love it. So a lot of this step is much of the same, just a lot of kind of mixing and stirring and frying and just making sure things cook evenly. You don't want anything to burn. You want it all to be a nice color. You'll figure it out, especially as you watch me just, like I said, stir and distribute and turn over. Basically a lot of utilization of the spatula. And put a little bit of oil in here. That's olive oil. Gonna just kind of keep it from sticking together, because when it sticks together in clumps, it's harder to mix in the other ingredients when the time comes. So over here, we're just kind of making sure that our ground sausage is nice and well ground instead of chunky. We're not making a hot dog here or a bratwurst. This is ground breakfast sausage. It must remain ground. There you go. You see, told you. I'm gonna do more of it. Just a lot more of that. Don't worry. It'll be worth it in the end. Go ahead and mix this up. We're looking for that nice golden brown color. We're not quite there yet. More of the same. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the sausage and onions. it'll still remain cooking a little bit because that's a nice solid bottom cast iron skillet. There we go. Alright, we're starting to get some color there. Oh, look at that. Now we're starting to get that nice golden brown color that we were searching for. Well, I was searching for. You weren't there. But you could be there. You should try this. Look at that. Wonder if we've sold anything yet. Fortunately, I have people over running the garage sale for me. Always give the handle a little test to see if it's too hot. So I grabbed a shop rag. And then just go ahead and add in your ingredients. And you guessed it. We're going to mix it some more. Just mix it right up. Get all the ingredients evenly distributed. Yep, like so. Yep. Keep going. Oh, yep, not done yet. Okay. Yep, nice and spread out so it cooks evenly. We're going to come back here and turn it up just a little bit because I'm impatient. You'll have that. It's breakfast time. Selling stuff makes you hungry. Yep. So we're going to give it another stir here. Yeah, right like so. Just keep everything nice and evenly distributed. And then when you're ready, do the same thing again. And what I like to do here, if you'll watch, I like to make a little crater in the middle. And that way when you pour in your eggs, it kind of stays in the middle. And then when you mix it all together, that is the trick to making your egg scramble fluffy. Because then you can kind of go around the edges and mix it all together. And since you added that extra little bit of heat, it's going to cook faster. But if you keep stirring it, that's how you get the fluff. Who doesn't like fluffy scrambled eggs? I mean, if you don't like fluffy scrambled eggs, are you a psychopath? Goodness. So, there we go. Turn it off. Go ahead and add your cheese. I'm using mild cheddar, pre-shredded. Go ahead and use whatever you like. I do believe mild is the correct choice for this. It'll melt a little better. It's not so harsh. It's just one man's opinion. But there you go. Time to start serving up some plates and putting them over there. Ooh. Put them on the workbench. I mean, buffet table. Yeah. Go ahead and make up your guests some plates. Perhaps see if you should, sell it. I don't think you want to sell food at a garage sale, but $5 is $5, There you go. Excellent.
Well, I came back in to film a quick outro. What do you think of this? You want a better look? Oh yeah. Beautiful. These potatoes are they're fantastic. Sausage, fantastic. Onion, fantastic. You can never go wrong with eggs. And listen, I gotta tell you, I think the mild cheddar is the way to go in this instance. A little hotter pepper. I'm sorry. A little hotter sausage. Maybe some pepper jack cheese. Mix it up how you like. Anyway, I thank you guys for sticking around and hanging out with me. If you don't mind, like and subscribe. I'll see you next week. Oh, I'll see you on Saturday for the Crusader Kitchen. Be well.